All right. I know usually I come in with a lot of energy and welcome to Chicago Bulls Central and all that good stuff that a good host should, and usually I would think that I'm pretty good at doing. And this is a video just to warn you guys that I've really battled back and forth if I should do that on this channel, considering like just the vibe of the channel and the community that's being built, and just not wanting to make this um not wanting to make it anything that I don't know if it's disingenuous is the word, or like too off basis for coming, because Chicago Bulls Central is very much, I think, for a lot of people, an escape, right? This is what sports is, right? You kind of use sports as an escape for life, to just do something that's enjoyable, talk about, get pissed off at, things like that. And it's been in my spirit and on my mind to record this video literally almost since the news dropped. And I've avoided it, and I finally had to come to the realization that no, right? If we're going to create platforms, if we're going to have a platform, if I'm going to have a platform, then I need to have it and use it in everything that's genuine to me. And so what I'm talking about, and I don't mean to like belabor the point or anything. I'm working through my thoughts here and thinking about how I want to go through this. Is I want to talk about the situation with Miles Bridges. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because as a black man, as a father, I would be lying if I didn't say that this situation didn't anger me, if it didn't frustrate me, if it didn't hurt me in a while, especially seeing the video of Miles Bridges' son talking about the incident. I'm not gonna play any of the clips here. I'm not gonna post the photos of his wife and her face after the incident. But at this point, for anyone who doesn't know, just to address the realities and the straightforwardness of the situation. So Miles Bridges was arrested for felony assault via strangulation. And I just want to wait. I want to read this because I want to get this correct, so that way, if anybody's in the and I want to represent it correctly. So Bridges was arrested for felony violation, penal code, intimate partner violence with injury on June 27th. And that's by police, so I'm reading that directly. Bridges' bail was set to $130,000, and he was released after posting that bail. The Charlotte Hornets say that they're aware of the situation and they're monitoring it, and they're in the process of gathering additional information, ultimately to make a decision. Now, there have been since things coming that they may be rescinding his qualifying offer, things like that. And this is one of those situations that it's so much more than basketball, right? And I want to make that clear here. Any man who puts his hands on a woman and that feels the need, whatever, I don't care what the situation, unless you are defending your life, to me is a coward, a bitch, and should not be a representation of black men. Right? There's no fucking excuse or reason for it. And the fact that we are, and this is why I did want to record this video, because I feel like black men need to hold black men accountable. Men need to hold men accountable. Let's not even make it about race. Men need to hold men accountable. What is iron sharpens iron is the saying. And so many of us with these platforms have sat there, and I'm this is me calling myself out, right? This is not aimed at any other content creator or anything. We sit there and we have these platforms and we don't use it to speak out on the bullshit that happens when it's something like this, where everybody wants to tiptoe around it, right? Everybody wants to be the one, oh, let's just focus on the sports. Let's just do that. And I understand it, right? Because I was battling with this myself. But for me, in this platform and what I do and what I create, I had to speak on it. Because this is not acceptable. This is bullshit. And the fact that this type of thing happens more than what we even know, more than it even gets reported. And a lot of times, people just get to go back to living their life. Now, am I saying that somebody's complete livelihood and everything should be destroyed because of a mistake? No, but guess what? You allow for those mistakes to happen more often when we don't speak out on it. This situation is disgusting, right? This is disgusting. And this isn't something you hear like the Ray Rice thing gets turned into a joke sometimes. This is nothing to fucking play about. My mother is a black woman. My mother is a woman. I have 6 sisters. I have 2 daughters of my own. This is unacceptable. And to sit there and see his son describe the situation and it's traumatizing. He probably doesn't even realize he's sitting there casually. What was he eating something or drinking something? Just talking about it. Oh, daddy threw mama's phone out the window. They fighting. That kid is going to be dealing with that whether they realize it or not. And that's not, you can tell the casual way in which that child brought it up. This is not the first time he's seen something like this. And women should not have to suffer in silence because of men who have who have money or anything else, right? This situation was fucking disgusting. And it absolutely bothers me. And I know for a fact because I am in circles in which we've talked about it, it bothers a lot of men. But we don't talk about it publicly. We don't call it out publicly. Why? I don't know. We don't want to be looked at as the guy who's going to get whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. This situation was utterly disgusting. And, you know, the question is like, you see people, and you know what, to this, I will say credit to people saying if there's a lot of men who did come out and say that if Miles Bridges plays another game of basketball, they are going to give up on the NBA. And I completely understand that, right? I completely understand that. And shout out to those people, men, women, whoever else who did speak up on it. We live in an age where everybody has a platform, whether you really realize it or not. Everybody, if you have social media, you have a platform. How big that platform is up to discussion, but you have a platform. Imagining my son sitting there where like being able to, like, that's just, it's hurtful, man. And it's something that I don't even know how to put it into words, right? I don't know how to put it into words. This has raised the question for a lot of people on what happens for the basketball side. I really don't give a fuck about the basketball side of things. Like, I there's so much more that I have to worry about not have to worry about, that's on my mind than worrying about if he plays another fucking game of basketball or not. Anybody who does this type of thing deserves to go to jail. Period. Now, I'm saying this at the risk of some other information coming out to where, whatever, I don't give a damn. Ultimately, when it's all said and done, whatever comes out of this situation, and it needs to go through the legal process that it needs to go through, when that decision is ultimately reached and the verdict comes down or whatever it is, whether he takes a plea deal, whatever it is, it's still not going to be everything that he deserves for all the trauma that this one incident is going to cause people. It's not. And I hope he seeks the therapy that he needs, and everybody in this situation. I hope that they get the therapy. The woman, his wife, gets the therapy that she needs to heal from this. I hope that they get that child some therapy as well, whether they realize he's going to need it right now or not. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't come here with like this plan, this outline of what I wanted to say. I just needed to get my thoughts off. And like I said, I'd be damned if I've been blessed enough for Chicago Bulls Central to grow to what it grew to. And if I lose a couple subscribers because of this, then it is what it is at that point. But I didn't feel comfortable not speaking out on a woman being abused. A woman being abused. And I sit here and have this platform. I did not feel comfortable. So whatever comes of this, comes of it. People who want to like it, dislike it, whatever else, whatever comes. But this type of thing is disgusting. This type of thing is unacceptable. And we can't just turn a blind eye to it. We can't let the wool get pulled over our eyes by everything going on in free agency, everything going on in sports, everything going on in the world, to not call out this type of bullshit because there are hundreds, if not thousands of women who deal with this every single day. And until us as the men, the good men, right? Good men out there who care about what women go through. If we don't call it out, if we don't stand up, if we don't be that iron sharpening iron, then what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? I don't know. But for whatever that's worth, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm not gonna plug anything on here. Um, yeah, that's all I got to say on that. And I hope to see and hear more people speak out on it as well.